People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend.
What's going on, everybody? It is Jomboy and Jake Radio, the new format. I apologized if you missed us on Monday morning. But it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday show until the end of baseball season, and we'll see how it goes from there. That was Best Friend, a song. I didn't know that was a real song. I thought that was just the Rob and Big theme song. Quick timeout. Luke, how we sounding?
Good, but I haven't heard Jake yet. Hey, how are you? My neck just started cramping really bad, so I might be like this for a while. But hey, good morning, hustlers.
Luke, how we sounding?
Thumbs up.
All right, cool. Sorry about that. We're testing a lot of new technology since Jake is in New Jersey with me. If you are watching on YouTube, we have this new graphic, this new crazy program that's streaming live. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, Jake. But my laptop's dead, so we don't have real soundboard noises,
right,
which is a bummer because there's a lot of sound drops and noises we use on here.
Well, just let me know if you need a noise.
Yeah, you're a sound drop guy. That's good. That one.
R2-D2 getting shot. I have a really bad neck cramp right now, and you're
Yeah.
seeing it live.
Yeah, your head's crooked.
Oh, my God. This is gnarly.
Wow.
This is cool.
Tough break.
This is cool.
Tough break. Anyone?
Luckily, we've got this good new video so people can watch me look possessed throughout the ep.
Yeah, it's cool. We are sitting right across from each other. Anyone watching that's confused. But anyway, welcome back. This is Jomboy and Jake Radio, episode 176. I'm excited to get to 200.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's when the Declaration was signed, 176, in your mind.
In my mind. Jordan, who chooses the song, I think he chose Best Friend because we're best friends and you're here. Yeah.
Because it's live.
Yeah. So that works. We got another Friend song coming up tomorrow, and then I don't know if our Friday song
was it labeled Friend Week?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's not bad. A little vitamin C.
Summer.
And as we go on, we remember.
I don't think anyone considers that a friend song.
All the times we
It's a graduation
shared
song.
together.
Maybe the most firmly locked into its category song of all time.
Yeah, but it can be graduation and friend.
What's the title?
Graduation. But it's about the friendships.
Locked in the graduation bucket.
Okay, what
One
about
of the most locked in songs all time.
Okay. You are my best friend. That's a good song.
That I ever had. And it feels like a long time. And the other words that Queen sang.
First message from the chat that I'm going to read. Who wins in an arm wrestling match, Jim or Jake? Jake, easily.
Move the tables. We got some footage.
I think it's on this channel.
That's on the YouTube. It's Deep Tracks YouTube.
Unless I at one point when the YouTube started blowing up, I went and made a lot of those old videos.
Is House Olympics... So, I should backtrack.
Yeah.
Our senior year of college, we lived in not a frat. Everyone comes at us for being frat guys. No, we were just in a house of 11 dudes. So, not even close. But we did, one of the better things we planned out was a House Olympics. Mm-hmm. Everyone had to pick their own event. It could be anything to do with either drinking, sports, in between, silly. It just had to be a semi-fair competitive advantage. What were some of the good events, Jim?
Well, what was my event? I mean, there were some really weird events.
Oh, yeah, super weird. When you let the imagination go in some people's heads. Okay, so there's some basic stuff that people would like. We just did a straight-up race down the street.
Yeah, that was yours.
That was fun. That was mine because I knew I was going to win.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that wasn't mine.
That wasn't your total
I did
lie.
the soccer, which I did very poorly in.
No, yours wasn't the soccer either.
Mine wasn't the soccer.
Yours was
Bad brain.
you had to take a shot of whiskey, you had to drink.
Oh, I did the gauntlet.
Gauntlet, yeah.
Gauntlet, and that's obvious.
Yeah.
It's like getting an app sampler. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, for example, we had 3 stories in our house, and we had to get lubed up and catch, what was that? Just a slippery bottle?
Oh, that was the worst event. But
It's a great example of an event.
This is the worst event in our House Olympics. There was 11 of us. Everyone had to come up with an event.
Right.
This was our friend Nick Proch. We went to his bachelor party. His event was someone was going to drop a water bottle, a huge
I think the dream was he wanted us to get lubed up and catch a ham at first.
It was watermelons. It was
watermelons.
We
realized that was crazy dangerous.
No, it was no. It wasn't catch water. His original dream event was you had to get lubed up, shirtless, and you had to run like a shuttle run down the street and back, holding a watermelon lubed up. But it wasn't watermelon season, so he came back from the store with huge bottles of water, and then someone dropped the bottle of water that was lubed up, and you were lubed up, your body, shirtless, dropped the bottle of water. You had to catch it. If you didn't catch it, you lost points. Then
what was it, 3 or 5 turns because there had to be scoring?
Then you had to go run to the table and make a peanut butter sandwich while you were lubed up, and then you had to throw the sandwich at the window, and once it stuck, your time ended. That was his event.
Right.
That was fucking ridiculous.
Right. So, if you dig deep tracks on Jomboy Media, there's a couple of those videos. Our friend Ken, who he lost a significant amount of weight in college. I'll say not organically. Anyways. We did one of the events was an arm wrestling competition, so everyone had to arm wrestle everyone in the house, which is actually really good guy stuff.
Besides the lefties had to just wrestle with their offhand.
The lefties and the righties got mixed up. I mean, it was kind of your opponent's call, but so that's if you really want to, if you're having a rough Tuesday, which let's be honest, we all are, go dig a little bit and you'll find it.
It is Tuesday, Jake. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. It's Tuesday. We're here. We got a big day tomorrow. Eyes on that. Have had a pretty good start to the day. Had a pretty bad end to Monday, if we're being honest. Yankees game went up till Yankees emotions went up till 11:54. Or actually, we let out our emotions basically right up until midnight. So we kind of cleared the slate for Tuesday and recorded our ep. But I'm doing all right so far. We'll see where Tuesday takes us.
Yeah.
My friend Tim hooked up with a girl, so I'm happy for him.
He did?
Yeah. Teacher.
Teacher? The girl's a teacher?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good for him.
Good health care.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Where did he meet her?
They went on a date. I think a dating site.
Ooh, that's huge then.
And then, yeah.
I'm trying to find some pictures from House Olympics because I know they exist on the internet.
Right.
I can't find any though, but I'm just going through gross pictures of us in college.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. I picture a good one diving through the car.
Yeah, I can't find them. Whatever about it.
How? What are we rating now? Because technically, the last day we should rate would be Thursday. That doesn't make any sense. That could have been a month ago.
I don't know what we're rating.
Yeah.
Rate yesterday.
Monday. We'll rate yesterday, Monday.
Yeah, I got it.
Monday was good. We were pretty busy. We were recording a lot of stuff. Kind of snuck up on us. We were like, oh, yeah, we got to do this. Oh, yeah, we got to do that. And then a pretty crushing Yankees loss. Mm-hmm. About as crushing as a Yankees loss will get. But, that was what, a half hour of sadness? Because it almost was an awesome Yankees win for a little bit. There was a serious high. So, if you just take that half hour kind of out of the day, still a pretty good day.
I like emotion. So, I like that we went high and low, but I was really low after the game.
Yeah.
I was getting feisty on Twitter.
You have to know you got to get out of the internet there. You got to put your 2-3 shots out there, and then you got to get away.
I kind of did. I only did 3.
You were checking the Twitter at the dinner table.
Well,
you were letting it get to you.
That's my life. No.
Right, same.
I wasn't letting it get to me. I was having fun making fun of that person.
Right.
Who I think is a female, and I didn't know that, and now I feel a bit more bad about it, which makes me sexist.
Yes.
I should treat them equally.
Yes, you are sexist. My day yesterday was a 6'8".
Your full-grown height.
Yes.
That's great, Jake.
Yes. What was yours?
My day yesterday, You know what? I'll just go 6-8 right with you.
There you go.
I didn't get as much done as I want. Well, we did. We did get a lot done.
We did, but it's not the stuff you thought you were going to get done.
Yeah. Yesterday, for anyone listening, we recorded a Laughs from the Past episode, which is our comedy podcast. I'm just not going to call it a history comedy podcast anymore because I think there's a lot of people that are like, oh, history.
Commixtory.
I don't like learning. But
Commisery.
about the assassination of Julius Caesar. And we fell into some pretty fun conversations.
Yeah.
So after this, go check that out.
And I think I'm going to land a role in the next ancient Greece movie.
But don't do it here.
No.
They have to go listen to Laughs from the Past.
Might be a hell of a teaser.
Jake was so good at doing this voice that you taught me how to do it, and I think I became pretty well at it.
I could teach a class on how to be
a Greek orator or Roman orator.
The guy at the Colosseum that yells everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you really
go check
really
that
knocked it out of the park. All right, let's go to some sports. We do have some headlines.
Deportes. And we got a lot of sports. We're going back to technically Thursday, but not really.
I don't
the
have
good stuff.
I don't have the soundboard because my laptop died on me. Which is really bullshit. When am I going to find time to go to the Mac store to fix my laptop? Just never?
That's
like a never thing.
That's a Friday thing. Drop me off at the train, hit the Mac store on the way back. Boom. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I have to live chat one of these baseball games for YouTube.
Right.
On Friday.
Do the Friday games start at 11 a.m. now?
12:35 is when it starts.
That's the one you picked?
I didn't pick it. I didn't have any choice.
It's dumb.
The whole thing's kind of dumb.
Whole thing's kind of dumb.
But good for us.
So I'll take that.
I'm with you, but it's good for us, I guess. I don't know. Now on to the sports with Jake Storielli.
Got to breathe again because I was making the sound. Jim, let's go back to, I think, the event of the weekend, Wimbledon. Novak, the Joker, Djokovic, beats Club Fed Roger Federer in an all-timer at Wimbledon, longest tennis match to be ever played ever. Shades of gray there, but I think at Wimbledon, it was awesome. They were going back and forth. The ending ended up being a little lackluster, but definitely, if there's the one tennis event you're going to tune in a year, this was win-win-win Wimbledon. Hello. England wins the Cricket World Cup, Jim. We've been keeping tracks on that. In the Super Over, New Zealand's coach says that maybe some rule changes should take place in the Super Over. Some serious controversy. England winning in England is kind of fun, though. Jim, La Liga, J.R. Smith clears waivers and is paused not heading to the Lakers. Ben Simmons, 5 years, $170 million. That's pretty nice for a guy who can't shoot. The Grizzlies take home the Summer League title. Brandon Clarke, 21 pick in the draft, MVP. Good for him. British Open is this week, Jim. Tiger texted Koepka to say, hey, let's get a practice round in. No text back. Wow. Jim, your baseball around the horn. On this date, 1941, 78 years ago, Joe DiMaggio's hit streak hits 56. First weekend from the break, Jim. By the way, we have a new baseball podcast, Talking Baseball. Check that out. 3 trades, Jim. We saw Cashner, we saw Homer Bailey, and then we saw Maldonado get traded yesterday. Chris Taylor broke his forearm on national TV. We heard that and saw that live. That's pretty wild. And then just quick, last night we saw the Yanks blow it / Rays had a nice comeback. Big day by Travis d'Arnaud. Giants and Dodgers put up huge numbers on the scoreboard. I think I saw a 19 spot, Jim.
19. That was the sports by Jake Storielli.
Where you going, Isaac?
Well, let's do the tennis real fast. You were super interested in this.
Yeah.
You like tennis.
It's Wimbledon. Not really.
Yeah. Well, you were watching it a lot.
Yeah, it's Wimbledon. It's an event. It's the tennis event.
So you like it?
Yeah, I like Wimbledon.
Okay. So what did I say?
You said I like tennis.
Oh, you just like Wimbledon.
Like Wimbledon. Tennis is cool. It's a sport. I like sports.
I like playing tennis.
I like events. I like Wimbledon. I like sports.
Wow.
So that's kind of the spread chart there.
That is the spread chart, huh?
Yeah.
Djokovic won.
The crowd was really cool.
They were oohing and on.
Oh. Yeah, someone would hit like a drop shot and you hear the crowd, oh!
I'm going to throw this sweet picture of Djokovic on the screen.
It's like a scary movie.
See that picture of him?
Let me get over there.
You're probably
I was
pretty
looking
delayed.
At the notes.
But
yeah, that's a good pick.
It's like a spider.
Spread eagle. Yeah, he's got good length, Jim. That's one of his strengths.
One of his strengths.
Got the same facial hair as one of my friends. But yeah, that was cool. Good time. Couple legends of the game. Doing it for 15 years now. Roger Federer, the Tom Brady of tennis, Jim. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And it got everyone through Sunday morning. It led Sunday morning. It led right into the baseball.
The baseball's heating up. I'm pretty excited about that because I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Obviously. But second half is starting to get like, okay, who's going to be good? Who's going to be bad? And we're so much more entrenched in it now with our new podcast, Talking Baseball.
Talking Baseball. Check that out if you if for some reason you enjoy us, but baseball-wise you're like, I hate the Yankees, or I have a friend who hates the Yankees. We're doing Talking Baseball now. Biases are out the window. R.I.P. Len Bias, but go check that out if you haven't.
This is what it looks like. It's not on the iTunes app yet.
Yet.
It's on YouTube, Spotify, and I think the rest. iTunes, how it works is you make your podcast, you post some videos, and then you say, okay, iTunes, can you accept this and put it on your app? And they say, yeah, but on our own time.
Yeah.
Like, is that a day? 3 days? Usually it's around a week, so I planned accordingly for a week. And
I think last time it was like 3 weeks. I forget which one we did, but
sometimes
it took a while.
Sometimes it's real quick, so it's not on iTunes yet. It's out of our control. I saw some people being like, "It's still not up, dude. When are you gonna put it up?"
Yeah,
it's up. They're just a bunch of scallywags.
I think the podcasts have gotten so much more popular, like since we originally started posting new stuff, that it went from a week to like 3 weeks.
I was blown away in 2017 when we started talking Yanks, when I was like, I wonder what it takes to get it on the podcast app.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, you must have to have like a professional
dude,
or a network. And I was like, anyone can do that.
Still, like, your biggest ace in the hole is knowing how to upload a podcast.
Well, I mean,
I think you could genuinely charge money for that, and I think that's funny. But if you were like $100, I'll get you on the podcast app, people would do that.
I mean, all you do is
Yep. We're breaking up. What else do you like from the sports?
Go to Apple and say submit podcast.
No,
and you're there.
That's a lot for a lot of people.
Boom. What do I like from the sports? Well, Chris Taylor broke his arm and stayed in, right?
Yeah, stayed in to run.
Stayed in. That was weird.
And that was nuts because everyone...
I think he played defense a little bit, too.
Everyone knew. No, they took him out because that was the final inning.
Oh, okay.
They moved Seager. I think they did the old double switch. They got rid of the DH, Jim. Seager went in. People love when we talk double switches on here.
Yeah. Look at him.
But yeah, I mean, the ESPN mics are pretty juiced up, and I was like quivering on the couch because it sounded like it hit the bat. And
hit him right in the wrist.
Instead, it just broke his forearm.
Yeah.
So
that's a bummer for him. If I
sorry,
broke
Chris
my
Taylor.
forearm, I'd be like, fuck, this hurts.
Trade season, Jim, in baseball. Thoughts?
We did this on Talking Baseball, but for anyone that's not interested in this and likes Jomboy Jake Radio and wants to know like surface level what's going on.
Surface level.
Boston traded for Cashner from the Orioles. He's got a beard. He gets to keep his beard, so that's exciting for him. Goes to Boston where they embrace the ugliness, and he's like, I want to ugly myself up. So that's great news for him. He's got another year in his contract. So he's this end of this year, next year. The Red Sox traded two 17-year-olds who are not even in rookie ball yet. They're in Dominican Summer League, which means they're just teenagers playing with their friends still. So the value's not that high, but the second year might be a burden for the Red Sox because, like, hey, he's on a good stretch right now. He might help you the rest of the season. He's not going to be part of the Red Sox playoff rotation. Something crazy would have to happen. The plan is for him not to be part of it. You think you said it. The biggest thing is this helps them move Evaldi to the closer role, even though they promised him he'd be a starter and signed him to be a starter.
Oh, they paid him more money because they killed his arm in the playoffs. I think it's funny, and this is, one of the areas baseball gets screwed, and I've been complimenting basketball so much recently because their offseason just absolutely kills it. Never mind the Grizzlies taking home that Summer League title. But I think in baseball, you just mentioned it, 2 17-year-old kids just got traded for a guy who's now going to be a starting pitcher for the Red Sox. And that has no appeal to anyone outside of the Red Sox organization. Where in the NBA, if a trade happens, it's normally a player you know already, and it's for guys that were either, if they're young guys, they're probably like a top college player or someone you already know about. So, you're like, even Grayson Allen gets traded, and everyone remembers him from Duke, and there's like some excitement there. It's Duke, it's the team he's going to, and it's a name you know.
That's like a hard comparison, though.
It's comparing trades in the different sports.
But one sport has 25 guys and not a lot of face time and isn't a national sport. So, like, if we're constantly going to compare the MLB to the NBA will always have more headlines.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong about it. It's just an advantage for the NBA.
Yeah.
It's making your point. 2 17-year-olds got traded who may never play the sport at the pro level.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just showing kind of one of the differences of baseball. And Jim, if you want to go back to Thursday baseball, you can. But I guess what else jumped off the map for you, kiddo?
Well, this Kepler ejection, everyone's excited about. Someone in the chat said, David McCarthy said, I called Vladdy Jr. wrecking the home run derby in last chat, and y'all scoffed at me. But that can't be true because Jake.
I picked him.
And thought he was going to do amazing.
And he did. It's a chat, man. It's starting. See, you're getting.
No, maybe he's saying the rest of the chat scoffed at him. You got to talk to the chat. They hang out with us.
I talked to him. The good stuff.
That's good. Kepler got thrown out. So the Rios dude threw a curveball or a slider. Kepler called it a slider. It was right after a home run, so I get what the ump's thinking.
Right.
Like it's a blowout. Dude just hit a bomb home run. That is a time when pitchers will throw out the next batter because they're frustrated, because they're angry. Why not? It was off speed, though, but I think that ump made up his mind. If someone gets hit, it's on purpose at this point.
Right. Or there's probably like ump 101 if a game is like 8 runs or higher out of control.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably like, hey, this isn't an official umpire rule, but if a game's getting out of hand and you see a guy get hit and things are kind of tense, just get rid of him. Tell him that we're not going to do with this. And this ump did that, and he ended up looking like I don't want to say a bad word, but a fool.
The Dodgers players really hurt his cause because I think what you're saying might be true. Like, umps might be like, hey, this is a blowout.
Yeah.
So I'm going to squash any beef that could possibly happen right away.
Makes sense.
Because who the fuck cares? Because if I give you a warning and now the other team retaliates, then this may become a thing.
Right.
And who wants a thing to happen in 12-1? So I kind of like get where the ump was coming from a little bit. But the fact that the Dodgers threw the ump under the bus
got
so fast.
He got. Definition of getting got.
Look like a fool. Kepler cracks me up, man. Did you watch it yet? I know I just made it while you were getting done. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know if you watched it last night. He does these like double turns where
I saw it happen last night. So yes.
Yeah, so he does these double turns where the ump will say something, he just goes,
yeah.
Cracks me up.
Got to show the crowd.
It's great reaction. Like, yeah, he's letting the crowd know, like, can you believe what this guy just said?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I get that.
All right. Anything else in the sports?
Don't think so. British Open coming up. Koepka, text Tiger. Just be cool about it.
Koepka just probably doesn't. Well, actually, he answered his phone real fast for part of my take, right?
Yeah.
But then he
made
ignored
a point
Tiger. Had to be accidental.
Yeah, or, maybe it was even Tiger being tongue-in-cheek just to get something going. Or Brooks Koepka just doesn't want to play a practice round with Tiger. He's got his own thing going on. Like, this is one of his 4 biggest work weeks of the season. Like, he might just have his own plan going.
I think it might be a joke by Tiger now. I didn't hear it, so.
Yeah.
Because that's a good joke. All right, halftime. No soundboard. Blows. How's your halftime going? I'm going to look right into the camera during halftime.
I'm good. I've been trying to give the camera some love. Good. Just took a sip of my Dunkin'.
What kind of Dunkin' coffee did you get?
I went large iced coffee, turbo shot, with a little bit of the s'mores flavoring in there.
Okay, because I was going to say, you always do a little something different.
Well, that's basically getting light cream and sugar with a little flavoring.
Light. Yeah. Does it taste like s'mores?
A little bit.
What's that taste like? Smoky chocolate? No, I don't want any.
Just a sip. It's for the people watching, man. Coffee with flavor.
That is a lot of flavor.
Wow. Worse actor than Gabe Kapler. But yeah, I'm doing all right.
That's a lot of flavor.
Got a little walk going this morning to get the Dunkin'.
You walked to Dunkin'?
I got dropped off and walked back.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't gonna do to and fro. Are you nuts?
That's why I was like, I'd break out into a sweat. I need to shower again.
Broke out into. I thought about showering before. Instead, I just did deodorant like all over my face. Who are you talking to over there? What's going on with your halftime?
So someone said mics aren't working. It's just the audio from the computer. And Ryan, you're correct. The mics are for the podcast.
Yeah, it's actually.
That's a great call.
Actually, will be more convenient when we're separate for the current setup we're trying to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If we were to do this, we just have to get much better mics.
Right.
Yeah. We record the podcast audio separate from the internet altogether in case the internet craps out. Podcast audio.
Take the internet out of it.
Yeah. There's this guy in the chat, King Carter, comes into every chat and just requests more drain clog videos because I did one video where I reacted to a drain clog.
Okay.
And I think it's a running joke, but if he was serious, like, hey, I want more drain clog videos.
Maybe that's his thing.
I still got that s'mores taste in my mouth.
Isn't that the best part of the world? You're welcome. We one of our friends has a kid who works for him that every 2 weeks or so sends like the worst excuse for not coming into work. Like, it's unbelievable.
Who's this?
And it's a friend of a friend has a kid who works for him. And I'd say every 2 weeks, he sends one of the worst excuses for not coming into work. So I'll read today's and to get us out of halftime. Hey guys, sorry about yesterday. I took a pretty gnarly head dive in sparring, so I was off yesterday, and took another day off today to avoid looking at the screen for too long. But if anyone needs to talk anything through or sync up on anything, let me know. Sitting in a dark room is not as exciting as it sounds, so distractions are welcome. Haha.
What's his job?
I don't know. We've never gotten that detail. I can look into that, but this is regular and it's pathetic. It's so pathetic. Like that's one of his better ones.
It's one of those things where like I had days when I was just out of college or in college and I would call in with some dumb excuse. Like, I clearly hungover or just didn't want to go to work.
Yeah.
And I'd call in some dumb excuse to get out of work. And I'd think, why did they buy that? Like, what idiots?
Right.
They're allowing this? And then on the flip side, sometimes now I've seen like, well, what's your other option?
Right.
It's either like fire them,
Right.
call them out on it nonstop, and then if it's like backfires, like you kind of, as a boss, you kind of just have to be like, okay.
That's one of the bigger things that I think young kids don't know is like it takes so much to get fired, and believe me, I found the ledge. But yeah, and I mean they're probably laughing on their end. I mean just picture it. They know you pretty well. You're 22 or 23. And you're calling in and saying your car got stolen?
Remember when our buddy, JD, I'll call him,
Okay.
called out of work in college?
Sure.
And just took the whole week off and said he had to fly to Ireland to go to his grandmother's funeral.
He went for it.
He said he had to fly to Ireland, go to his grandma's funeral. And his company was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
They
want to send flowers.
What is the funeral home we're going to send flowers? So then he had to look up a random funeral home in Ireland and give them the address, and then they send flowers there.
That's you got to be careful. And that was the definition of just like being young, because like He just wanted to take the week off. I don't think he went anywhere or anything, right? I think he was just chilling.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He just
didn't
sat
want
on
to
his
work
couch
for a week.
He did the Jason Segel from Sarah Marshall.
If you're listening and you're young, don't get cute about it. Best piece of advice I ever got. Best piece of advice.
Don't get cute about it?
No, best piece of advice I ever got was just call up and say, it's coming out both ends.
Yeah, sure.
So,
if you're a girl, just say woman's issues.
Girl, coming out both ends is even more powerful. The fact you admit that, like, whoever's on the other end of that phone is like, whoa.
You're fired.
They hang up and they're like, take 2. Take 2 days off.
You are fired. All right, here's the second half of the show when everyone that's new and listening on YouTube is like, what is this? Why did I tune into this? Weird news. What's in the news today? Oh, boy.
It's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A white security guard pulls a gun on a black cop who was in full uniform because he had a gun. Seems racist,
Yikes.
White security guard. You are the wrong. U.S. government is growing a record 2 ton of cannabis crop, Jake, but they won't let anyone else grow it. What gives? This baby was born on 7/11, July 11th, at 7:11 p.m., weighing 7 pounds and 11 ounces at a 7-Eleven. Wow, definitely wasn't planned. University instructor fired for demanding sex, moose meat, and a lobster from a student struggling with grades.
Yeah.
And Mainland High School principal faces discipline after giving fake AP tests. Fewer than 90 of the 340 students who took the exam were given a real test. I would love that. And a suspect was nabbed after using stolen credit cards while wearing a name tag with his real name. A bunch of grapes sold for $11,000 in Japan. And a rabies alert has been issued at Disney World Epcot due to feral cats. I thought that's what Disney's all about. I read the news today. Oh, boy. Where do you want to start, Jake?
Okay. So the 7-Eleven baby wasn't born at 7-Eleven. I think that's a misnomer. It was born on 7-Eleven day.
Which is just July 11th?
Yes.
Why would they put the 7-Eleven in the headline in that way? Like,
So
spell
you
it out
talk
like the
about
store. Yeah, I got.
And because, 7-Eleven day technically is 7-Eleven. So, it's not wrong. So I'll say this. Jim, your beautiful child is on the way. It's born on 7-Eleven on 7:11 p.m. 7 pounds 11 ounces. Does that change like the middle name? Like, I don't know. You got to have a moment where you two look at each other and you're like, there's something here, right?
This baby is going to be nicknamed, like the dad is going to call this baby Little 7-Eleven. Where my little 7-Eleven at? For about 6 months, and then the mom is going to give a stern talking to, like, we gave it a real name. And then he's going to have to stop.
See, that's where
But that's a cute nickname. Where my little 7-Eleven at?
I think you try to think of something creative on the spot, but the juices don't get there, and you just push through. Like, you're like, oh, do we maybe make the first name start with an S and the middle name start with an E? I think you get the creative juices flowing, but I don't think you get anywhere, so then you just pull it back.
I'd want to call this baby 7-Eleven as a nickname.
Right. And you can let that ride. You just you can't go, if as the dad, you have to pump the brakes. You can't over abuse it for the first 6 months.
Jamie Brown is the real name of the baby.
Jamie Brown.
But yeah, 7-Eleven. How much did you weigh at birth?
Not sure. I think I cracked the 8s. I'll check with my mom.
Okay.
What did you weigh at birth?
No idea.
Okay.
7 pounds 3 ounces. Actually, I think that's real.
What a whirlwind. No idea. Oh, have the exact number on my
I had to
phone.
think about it.
Okay.
I had to think
about it for more than a second next time.
Yeah. I like this story the most. University instructor has been fired
Right.
for demanding sex, moose meat, and lobster for better grades. Now, in my head,
This is in Maine.
Yeah, I have this playing out real. Like, this guy was clearly joking. Like, I have him as like a slovenly, gross teacher, and some girl came up and was like, please, 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 I can't fail. Please, please, please. And he's like, okay, yeah, you know what you need? How about, a nice night out with me, some moose meat, and some lobster. Then we'll talk. And he was clearly just being so joking. And the girl recorded it and told the principal, which isn't how colleges work, but told the dean or whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't read the article. But isn't that like, can you see it being like that?
Yeah, I think as you get into the article, you're going to end up being not happy. Yeah, I mean, you'd like to think. I mean, I'm a person who likes a good joke about things. If I hit the professor part and I had a relationship with a student, I think male or female, I could see myself sending the email. And they're like, Professor, is there anything I could do to submit this paper, 24 hours later? And I'd be like, yeah, you know the deal. Sex, lobster, and moose meat.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could also see myself getting in trouble for that.
Yeah.
And that's why I decided to not become a professor.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing that pushed me out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it says that he kept asking and asking. She said she felt her face burning. After the help session, the employee came out to the woman's car to get the moose meat and lobster. She got him moose meat and lobster? She did that? She said she had brought moose meat and lobster that day for the employee after he asked her to provide it in exchange for better grades. Yeah. Okay. She said she knew it was wrong, but she was struggling with some of his morning quizzes, and they counted for a large part of her final grade. Well, that's bullshit. College classes, you shouldn't have quizzes count for a large part.
And by the way, not for nothing, college is about learning and becoming a better person in society and being able to do things. If this girl cared so much that she was willing to bring moose meat and lobster, the fact that she cared so much, that should get you a passing grade. That just shows she cares. And that's so much of a chunk of life that should get the passing grade. But instead, this creeper who is clearly been pushed to a limit or is just crazy ugly, when he got to the car, I think his thought process was, oh my God, she brought moose meat and lobster.
If someone brings me moose meat and lobster, when they know I like moose meat and lobster,
right,
that person's in love with me.
Right.
And if someone's in love with you, of course you can ask
What's your moose meat and lobster? If someone was like, hey, I'm trying to win over this Jomboy cat. I'm going to bring him his two things he loves, and that's going to make him swoon for me.
Carrot cake.
Ooh, okay.
A good carrot cake. And I don't know, nothing exciting.
It'd be like a massage or something.
Oh, I was just thinking food.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be food.
A massage.
Yeah.
A massage. Not give me one.
Stop
just
looking
give
at
me. Give
Look
me
back at the camera.
give me something to go to a masseuse place.
Not getting you either of those.
That's my one.
Get you sex.
Once this thing goes
right,
and you and I are living off.
That's you've made it big. Is regular massages.
Oh, I think I don't even think I need to make it big. Once.
Okay.
Once
That's you've survived.
once I get it, we get. Which we're on our way. Once this thing goes and we're on our way, which I think 6 months.
I say we make it an office thing.
But that's my one luxury expense on myself. I'm not going to get myself nice shoes.
Dude.
I'm not going to get myself a nice car. I'm not going to get myself nice anything, really. Yeah?
So,
yeah.
One day,
yeah,
we find ourselves getting an office space.
Yeah.
We get it in the same building / plaza as a massage place. And we're like, hey, you guys ever need anything, let us know. And they're like, yeah, same with you guys. And we're like, okay, well, we want you to come over 3 times a week.
Yeah.
We'll pay you 50. We'll pay you 25%.
Plugs on every show.
All right, 30%.
Oh, fuck, man. All right, so.
That's genius.
When we're looking for an office, we want it to be next to a masseuse.
I'm trying to think. What do I like?
You don't like much.
All the things I ran through. I'm so dumb. Two things that jumped into my head were whiskey and Swedish fish. I can't really eat Swedish fish anymore.
No.
Because I go into basically a diabetic shock.
Yeah.
Whiskey, I mean, I can drink, but I don't drink a ton.
No. That used to be my gift. When people would pay
Right.
me in goods and services, they would give me a bottle of Jameson.
Right.
And I'd drink the whole thing and
Well, and that's when you were kind of known as a whiskey video guy.
yeah.
That's, again, deep YouTube.
So
All right,
anyway.
good job.
I like how Maine this guy is. Moose meat.
Was
and
it in
lobster.
Maine? Did we ever land there? Did we ever
You
get
told
a
me.
location?
You told me.
I assumed Maine because it said meat, lobster, and moose meat.
You told me. The school is Cape Breton. Cape sounds like Maine.
Cape Breton sounds like we're close to Maine. I guess the other thing, I mean, it could be like Canada, right? Cape Breton?
Cape Breton.
Breton.
Cape Breton University.
Canada, Nova Scotia. So, yeah, basically Maine.
North
Maine.
Someone in the chat, Anthony DaCosta, who cracked me up last time we were in the chat when he
Right.
said, is there two Anthony DaCostas in here?
Yes, good
Really
joke.
good. I don't know if he was joking. I think I took it as serious. Anyway, he says, why can't he eat Swedish fish? Because once he starts, he can't stop.
Yeah.
And it's not one at a time. It's like three at a time.
So you and I have two problems that we have our finger on, but we don't know exactly where it lands. You're not sure if you eat a lot of sweets or if there's something in the sweets, but it's going to make you sick eventually.
I
Me,
think it's dairy.
I still don't have. I have no stop. See, this is how my brain works, and this happened recently. I was watering the plants for our mutual best friend Jeff Krause as he went on his Euro trip. I think he's getting back today. Congrats, Jeff.
He hasn't been mentioned on
Gone-
the show in a long time.
Gone for like 3.5 weeks. Jeez. But anyways, so I was watering their plants, and his girlfriend was like, "Hey, I'll make you cookies. Thanks for watering our plants." And I was like, "Don't make me the cookies.
Yeah, that's not nice.
I'm being super genuine. Just don't make the cookies."
It's like when you leave someone's Super Bowl or Christmas and they're like, here's a box of desserts to take home. No. Don't be mean to me.
GFY.
Yeah. I'm actually happy that I've been getting violently ill.
Right.
Because I think it's like a severe, hey,
Long term.
Stop.
Long term.
Stop. That's what my body said.
So they dropped off their keys, and they go, "Here's the cookies." And I was so mad. And then so I went the first, I think, 6 hours of the rest of that day without eating the cookies. Next day, went in, finished a whole bag. Big bag of cookies.
Yeah.
Like soccer team size bag of cookies.
Yeah.
Obviously got sick.
Oh, yeah.
And I yelled at her. And I get that it's my fault, but it's also your fault.
No,
I told you not to bring the cookies.
No, it's your fault.
And then there was treats in their apartment. And she thought that was funny. Yeah. Not funny.
It's funny how much you can't control yourself.
No treats.
Isn't that funny?
Okay.
Okay.
Nova Scotia, a.k.a. North Maine.
What's the next story we want to talk about?
North Maine. White security guard, black cop. That's just bad times.
It's just funny that a security guard pulled a gun on a cop.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, I'm a cop.
What do you think's happening?
See this outfit and this badge?
If I'm the officer, I assume that guy's so dumb that I'm like, no, I'm a stripper. And then you start fake stripping, and the security guard's probably like, oh, man, that's a good one. And then I arrest him because I'm a cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also why you never went into the...
That's also why I never became a teacher cop.
Yeah.
Professor cop. What's going on with you in the AP test? You seem excited about that.
Oh, man. Fake AP test? What was his goal? This teacher gave everyone a fake AP test, or principal. And I'm hoping that he wanted people to pass because he's got a bunch of dumb kids. And I would have loved that as a high school kid. Do you know what I did on my AP test?
What'd you do?
All right, so I was in Connecticut. Not the what's the Connecticut Escape High School test? ACT or something like that?
ACTs? That's like the SATs. I'm
It's
not sure what you're
for
talking
colleges.
about.
There's
Yeah.
a test you take sophomore year that you have to pass to be able to graduate high school.
Oh, I kind of know what you're talking about.
And I forget what it was
Yeah.
in Connecticut. But I knew I was moving to California,
Right.
so I didn't have to take it.
Right.
And every teacher in Pomperaug,
Right.
you should just take it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm moving to California, and I'm not going to graduate from Connecticut high school, so I don't have to take
There
it.
is zero reason for me to take this.
Yeah, it's
And
another.
You need to understand
It's another
that.
example of high school teachers thinking 15-year-olds are dumb. Like,
Right.
too dumb. Like, yeah, I was a dumb kid.
Right.
Like, I'm not dumb enough to take a standardized test that I don't need to take.
Yeah.
And they made me sit there and take it. And I just handed in a blank paper.
I think that's just too many years of teachers getting burned.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you give kids a little bit of leash at that age, and they're going to just destroy you.
What I did was, who's the kid who hates me? Who used to hate me?
Bob?
Yeah. Bob was sitting in front of me, and I just copied every single answer. I could see what he did, and I literally just stared. I didn't care if I got caught.
Wow.
I just stared at him.
Bob is going to kill you.
Guess what? Bob did bad.
Bob did bad.
Bob did so bad.
Bob was a bad kid to copy off of.
I didn't care.
Right.
I just needed to fill and kill time.
So what? So you couldn't, it wasn't like finish and you could leave?
Bob was going pretty fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like, all right. So it was worthwhile at that
I was
point.
being a dick. I wanted to get caught.
Ooh, okay.
Like I was blatantly.
Okay. See? And that's where kids are dumb.
That's why. Well, because it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So I was just being a punk bitch.
But then they could have like flipped that on you and been like, well, you were caught cheating on a test.
Yeah.
And they could have got you in like
I said,
real
well,
trouble.
the test doesn't matter.
And that's where kids are dumb at that age.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Bob. You did so bad on that
Bob.
test. He hates me anyway.
Yeah.
Well, he hated me
you
10
and Layla.
Layla. You and Layla, dude.
Got me on my knees, mister.
All right. So at this principal, I don't know. Why'd he do this?
I don't know. Looks like it's Orlando. Classic Florida story. I'm kind of over it.
All right. How about this? Rabies alert issued at Disney World Epcot due to feral cats, but I thought Disney's whole thing was they let the cats in at night to eat all the mice. Like, I thought they were...
You'd be shocked to know that I'm not well-versed in that.
Okay. Well, it's been a long rumor that I think is somewhat true that they let cats in to Disneyland at night to eat all the mice.
Right.
And keep away the critters.
Because Charlie Kelly runs Disneyland.
So I thought it was... I thought, like, feral cats were all over.
Well, there's maybe that is a real thing. Again, I don't know enough about it.
Oh, you know what? I think that's Disneyland, not Disney World.
Disneyland, okay. But apparently the cats are getting the other animals sick. Skunks, raccoons, foxes, otters, bobcats, coyotes. So now if you've got a bunch of... oh, my God. Imagine if all those animals are at the park and rabid. It's a bad time. That's not why I'm going there.
It's not?
I mean, I'm interested, but no.
Okay. Listen to an answer from Disneyland.
Okay.
I read on Twitter they release the cats every night to hunt mice. Is that true? Answer. Alas, the first question plagues me all the time. No one releases us. Oh, this is a fucking Q&A
Oh, boy.
as if they're the cats. Are you kidding me?
Don't. That...
Sometimes the internet and my brain combine to do such dumb fucking things.
Seen that live.
It's so stupid.
It's tough.
A Q&A from the cats at Disneyland.
You can do anything you want in this world, James.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of grapes that just got sold for $11,000 in Japan.
I said good. I'm happy for the grapes. I'm happy for the buyer. I'm happy for the seller.
What do you do with $11,000 grapes?
You eat
'em?
those fuckers.
Visitors to a hot spring in central Japan will soon be able to snack on $460 grapes, or rather, grape. That's after the manager of a chain of hot springs hotels in Ishikawa Prefecture on the northern coast of the main Honshu Island became the winning bidder for a bunch of ruby Roman grapes at an auction in Kanazawa on Tuesday. Takashi Hasakawa will pay 1.2 million yen, or around $11,000, for the 24 plump, deep red grapes, prized for their juiciness, high sugar content, and low acidity.
James.
Yeah.
And I'll see what intern Luke has to say about this. That's your best voice you've ever had. You sounded like the Planet Earth guy.
What is that voice? I don't know.
That was Planet Earth. I felt I was watching Planet Earth.
I've never watched Planet Earth. This is just a narrator.
That was incredible. Yeah. He's like an overly top British sometimes, but other times he's just like casual about it. And you were kind of right there. That was beautiful.
Thanks. Luke, do you concur?
God. Intern Luke just goes, I'm rewatching it. Well, punctuality of this show.
I mean, they're just grapes, though, Jake. Would you pay? I don't understand.
I don't know. I honestly didn't click it because that seems like the kind. You don't click that and leave happier. So I've got my story in my head. I'm running with it.
Just grapes.
And I'm trying to line up bet of the day right now, and I've got a pretty good bathroom break coming. So
wow,
that's where I'm mentally at. Kind of. Where are we at?
Well, I was just going to show them. I'm showing them the grapes first. And the grapes are on the screen. They're very round. They're nice. We're 51 minutes in, so it's time for bet of the day.
Yeah, in person. I mean, that's like 105 if we're separate.
Yeah, usually when we're together, it goes faster.
Is that just literally like pauses in the internet?
I think so.
It's kind of wild.
I think we interrupt each other more. Together.
Right. That's
Barstool
true.
had the same thing when they did the
yeah.
rundowns on the internet, and when they were together, it was like they were like went from 40 minutes to 20 minutes. Back in like 2014 when they did that. Someone asked me. This is going to be a very
ignoring all the words I just said.
I know, but someone asked me in the chat, and this is a very douchebaggy response I'm going to have.
Perfect.
When is Barstool going to hire you?
Right.
And it's like...
Kind of missed the boat on that.
I have my own company.
Right.
We're doing really well.
Yeah.
Why would I downgrade to go be an employee at a company?
Barstool missed their chance.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to throw that out there. I know it sounds pretty... douchey or cocky, but
right.
Like,
well, no, and I think the important thing of note there is that like you have an immense amount of respect for Barstool.
Yeah, like
more than the average cat.
Yeah, there's problems, but there's also a lot of good.
Right. So I think if there was a time early on, you definitely would have been interested, but it flew past.
Yeah, be a downgrade.
Flew past.
Maybe a downgrade to my lifestyle and like whatever. Everything.
Right.
Anyway, they got hubs. Let's go to bet of the day, which I don't have the music for, which is a bummer.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Jakey, bet the Rangers over on Thursday, and I don't think it hit, but I didn't check.
A week ago, no, 5-0.
Yeah, Lance Lynn shut the
Lance
door.
Lynn show.
So I won that one, and you lost it, you dumb bitch.
Good. I'm happy for Lance Lynn. Looks incredible.
Well, his pitches look incredible.
Looks incredible. No, he looks incredible.
Sweating his butt.
Always been an alpha male. All right, Jim.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't know
where I'm gonna go, but blub, 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 blub.
Dude, I'm just gonna go to the Sad Sap Bowl. San Diego versus the Marlins.
San Diego's not sad. They're a proud fan base.
In the second half, they're going to be super sad.
Well, they don't expect
the walls are coming down in San Diego.
I don't think they expect to win this year. So they're still like, we're set up for the future.
Oh, they're happy where they are. Yeah.
Tatis and all that. Like, they're excited about what they're doing.
Yeah. No, but they're
Is it in San Diego?
No, it's in Miami.
Miami.
That's why it's more of a sad sap bowl.
Yeah.
The over-under's 8. I'm going straight under. I just think this is going to be sad. Yamamoto's pitching for Miami. He's actually been pretty fun and pitching well.
Yamamoto, that's a fun name.
And anyone pitching against the Marlins is pretty good. So I think this is going to be just like a 3-1 sad boy fest.
A lot of the Japanese last names are fun to say.
Yamamoto. It flows really well.
A lot of them flow because they're like always, they're longer.
He's 3-0, 1.24 ERA, 30 strikeouts, Jim.
Yeah.
23 years old.
Miami in their last 10 is 2-8. 2-8 in their last 10. San Diego's 3-7. This is a sad bowl. You're right. All right. On the road, the Padres are 22-21, and at home, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Do you see Miami Marlins home record? 16-31 at home, Jake.
Yeah. Bad.
That's bad. Who did you take?
Under.
You took the under?
Yeah.
That's so bad. All right, Miami's last couple games, they've scored 2-2, 8-3-5. Padres 1-5-3-5. Yeah. But Logan Allen, who's that dude? He doesn't look good. 6 earned runs last game. All right. So what is the spread? I missed it.
8.
Oh, you're going under 8.
National League, Jim.
I'm going over.
Okay.
Going over. Yamamoto's time has come. And everyone knows it. Is that the end of the show? Oh, Jake, what happened?
Nothing.
Oh, my God.
Nothing.
You scared
Think
everyone.
so?
Scared everyone. All right. Well, Jake, if you got to run, you can run in the chat. Let's see. There's nothing.
I'll hit it quick if someone's got it.
A lot of
Chat usually gives me
baseball.
some good.
A lot of baseball. I don't think I've ever seen Jake win bet of the day before. Anthony DaCosta. Jake has one. Maybe he just tunes in. Maybe he's a jinx.
Yeah.
So are you upset about that?
No.
Okay.
I've been bad at bet of the day for a while. I had one hot streak. If you take that out, I've been awful at bet of the day.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Since fucking what date is this? What's the 5th month? May?
Ooh, interesting question.
Since May 13th, you've been brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins since May 13th.
Cool.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 25. So what was the first number said?
No idea.
Something in
Bad topic.
12 and 25 since May 13th.
Not good.
No good. Not good.
Cold run. That's
All
why
right.
I tell people to fade me.
Fade Jake.
Fade
me. It's also what you tell your hairstylist. Back in
Not even
2003.
close.
All right. We're out. Thanks, guys, for listening. We'll be back on this channel later with the Yankees pregame show. Do y'all do this every day? Great question. Every Monday, Tuesday. It used to be Monday through Friday. Now it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're gonna start doing it on the Jomboy and Jake Radio YouTube channel. Once we have the ability to stream on that, that's where we will be streaming it. So you're gonna have to subscribe and go there if you enjoy this. Thank you, guys. We'll see ya. We'll see you later. Bye.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 ba, ba da 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 ya, ba da da da. Beep beep, bo bo, bye, rubba dubba beep.